Hey guys, it's Haana here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be doing my November bullet journal setup. I'm super excited as I'll be doing a Squid Game theme. For those of you guys who don't know what Squid Game is a K-drama with 456 characters who are heavily in debt. They play 6 different Korean children games to try win a huge sum of money. So back to my front cover spread, here I'm drawing one of the guards. It was pretty easy to do. I just used this pinky red color to create the suit and using it over again to create different shadows. The actual hard part was creating the background. I used this black piece of paper, but it was super hard to draw around and cut it perfectly to fit around the guard. But eventually I got it close enough. For the title, I did this bold white block letter font and I just cut this out with white piece of paper. Otherwise, if I used like a gel pen or something, it would have been like really splotchy and it wouldn't be as opaque. I just did the different lettering in different places here and there to create visual interest. On the left hand side, this is where I'm doing my quote page. So I decided to do this huge piggy bank that comes down from the ceiling. So I used this gold kind of color to create an outline and using a lighter yellow just to create that glow that the light brings when it hits the piggy bank. I'm also using a coloring pencil just to blend it all out and make it look a bit more smooth. So using a green marker to just draw out all the money inside the piggy bank and some also outside floating around in the space. I also used the thinner tip just to create some outlines along some edges of the money just so it looks a bit more 3D and creates dimension. I wanted to add one of those cards that they got for playing the game, so I actually included it here just using a craft paper and some black on top to create those different shapes, the circle, triangle and square. Actually found it was better using a more inkier pen so then you can create that smudged rustic look. I also used my black Tombow fudenosuke just to create details inside the money. I also used this to add some details along the guard, just in bits here and there, not fully all outlined. I also decided to add a little quote saying, "Do you want to play a game with me?" On the right hand side, I also cut out around the guard and I thought this was a really cool idea. I've never really cut out something from my bullet journal before, like cutting out the page, and I just thought it creates this really cool Dutch door. So onto the next page, here I am doing my monthly calendar. I decided to take inspiration from the Squid Game staircase. The Squid Game staircase actually took inspiration from MC Escher's lithograph called Revelation. The original artwork actually had lots of staircases twisted here and there, but obviously they couldn't make that on the set, otherwise all the actors would be like upside down and all sideways and all here and there. But even without making it all twisted, it was still quite confusing because the actual people on the set got really confused that they had to knock down some walls, which I feel like sounds really interesting. I really want to go there once myself and I feel like that'd be really cool to check out. Anyways, for the background, I decided to make it look as if it's like cut out exactly like white piece of paper on top of the staircase. So I kind of drew the monthly calendar outline in pencil so I don't go over that mark, so it looks really like sharp and clean. And I also used 4 different colors: pink, grey, green and this like turquoise. I try to get two tones of each color so that there's a bit more variation in the shadows, and I think this just made it pop out a bit more. For the title, I just did that same font onto this craft paper. For the days of the week, I decided to use some black to create this border. I think it makes the lettering pop out a bit more and differentiate it from the staircase. I also did the same thing to the different numbers in the corner. I just used a black and then the white gel pen on top. I thought the staircase was looking a little bit plain, so I added some outlines here and there, not everywhere but just in some places that I think I needed it, and also some white gel pen to create highlights. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little break of me making Dalgona. But anyways, back to my spread. Here I am doing my playlist spread. So I drew the doll from the game 누구마 꽃이 피었습니다. I actually didn't draw her face because I thought it would be kind of creepy to look back at this doll staring right in front of me. But I still like how I drew it there anyways to give that kind of atmosphere. The doll actually takes inspiration from a character in a Korean textbook called Young-hee, and I thought that was really interesting how they took a character from a Korean textbook and made it into this super creepy doll. In the bottom left corner, I just drew one of those guards again, and I think it really helps to bring another pop of color. So for the title, I just did it on the same craft paper and the same font like you guys already know. So next to the doll, that's where I drew some of the different songs that I've been listening to so far. So these different songs include Stray Kids, Sori Boom, Lee High Only, Lisa Money, IU Strawberry Moon, Twice the Feels, Itzy Loco, and 80s Deja Vu. I also used a red just to create borders around the different songs to make it look as if it's a target. So on the other side, this is where I have my goals and reflections page. So I really wanted to continue off that 누구마 꽃이 피었습니다 kind of game vibes, so I decided to draw the characters. I think it was really fun to add the characters in here that made it feel a lot more like Squid Game. So I didn't have space to draw all the characters. Sorry if I didn't draw your favorite character, but let me know down below in the comments who your favorite character from Squid Game is. I obviously had to use that typical dark green for the tracksuit set, and I also used white to create some of the letters that the player number is, and to fix up some of the lines for the white stripe in the tracksuit. So I also just did that same title for goals and reflections. To the next page. This is actually a new thing that I haven't tried before. It's called a favorite spread. So essentially I would just have different pictures or words of stuff that is my favorite of that month. So maybe it's like my favorite food, favorite places I've been to, or like just favorite memories or like outfits and stuff like that. I also drew these little characters holding the different Dalgona shapes. So I've got the star, the circle, the triangle, and the umbrella. So on the other side of the page here, I am also trying something out new called Rolling Weekly. So this is like another way to put like all your tasks and stuff like that. I haven't tried this before, so once I try it and see how it is, I'll let you guys know how it works out for me. So I just write the different days of the week, and then I also wrote the different days. On the left hand side, I thought it was looking a little bit empty, so I decided to draw another one of those Squid Game guards. But this time, instead of the circle guard, I decided to do the triangle guard. And so the triangle guard is essentially the one that's kind of holding the gun, which I guess is kind of creepy to have in my notebook of a guy holding a gun, but I did it anyways. So yeah. If you haven't noticed already, I'm just using my Tombow fudenosuke with most drawings that I have here and outlining only some bits, and I like using that because it's a hard tip, so if I apply some pressure I can get different line variants. I also changed the green stripes to the same dark green in the training suits because it kind of makes it look like that training suit vibes anyway, because there's like green and white and then green and white. On the other side, on the bottom, I drew another guard, but this time I drew the square guard. And I think it was kind of cool having all the different guards on the corner of the pages, because it kind of seems like the guards are like looking over each page that I'm doing, kind of seeing, are you filling out these pages or not? Anyways, this is going to be it for my November bullet journal setup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I really enjoyed making this. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and hit that notification bell next to it if you want to get notified each time I post a new video. Bye!